guys, Prowl 1701 here, and today we're going to talk about Season 7 of Classic Doctor Who. And my question is there any story in Season 7, when they come out with the collection box set, you think needs updated effects, and that you would like to see get updated effects? Now, I personally don't know if we'll get any updated effects, because I have a feeling a lot of the budget's going to go to restoration work, especially on Silurians and Ambassadors of Death, because they really need it. So with all the restoration work being done on probably 3 of those 4 stories, I don't know if there'll be any budget left to get any updated effects. And to be fair, if we don't get any updated effects for Season 7, I think that's fine. However, Season 8 also had a lot of restoration work that needed to be done on it, with only 3 of its 25 episodes being original masters. And they still gave us updated effects for Terror of the Autons, even if a lot of it was mostly CSO cleanup, which was really what that story needed. That was a very clever way to do that. So I at least think it's possible with Season 7, although keep in mind most of those stories are 7-parters. I don't know if they would want to do a 7-part story with updated effects. I could just see the budget going. And the only other story that's not a 7-parter, Spearhead, doesn't really need them. I don't think Spearhead from Space needs any updated effects. I think the effects for Spearhead are fine. I mean, I guess there's some stuff you could do if you just wanted to do updated effects. But I feel like it wouldn't be replacing dated effects. He would just be adding stuff to it. I don't really think it needs it. I think Spearhead is fine the way Spearhead is. Which leaves the other 3 stories, which are all 7-parters. And again, I don't know if they would want to commit to doing updated effects for a 7-part story. First off, Inferno doesn't need it. I mean, if I wanted to be nitpicky, maybe the scene when the Doctor crosses into the parallel universe for the first time, you could update. And then the little segues when it's switching between the universes with that little whoosh. I mean, you could do something there, but that's me being nitpicky, super nitpicky. They're fine. I can't really think of anything else Inferno needs. I think Inferno is fine on its own. I don't think it needs anything. Now, Silurians, I can see you doing some stuff with. Some of the stuff does look dated, like when we see the point of view from the Silurian, like a first-person point of view from their eye, looks really dated to me. You could update that. Maybe when they're using their little eye beam, you could add something to that. Not a laser blast. I don't want it to be a laser blast. I kind of like the fact it's something you don't see. Maybe the eye glows a little more or something. I could see that. Or maybe there's an effect around the person it's targeting, like a little electrical effect, or I don't know, something. So there, and like maybe when the Silurian destroys the wall and then redoes the wall, you could do something. There are little things in Silurians. Silurians actually would be an interesting choice, because despite being a 7-parter, I wouldn't think you'd have to do a lot of updated effects, because it just needs a little here or there. That would actually probably be pretty good for that. For me, the one I would pick, if I just had, free reign, would be Ambassadors of Death. Now, Ambassadors of Death's a bit murky in my head. I've only seen it once or twice. But I do think, like, some of the spaceship scenes, because there are a lot of scenes, like at the beginning with the ship docking with the station, and then when the Doctor goes up and is docking with the station, I think you could CGI those if the budget allows for it. Some of the effects, perhaps when the the astronauts are running around killing people, or when they're destroying things, I'm sure there's some updated effects you could do for that. So if I could pick any story, it would probably be the Ambassadors of Death. But if they're like, it's a 7-parter, we have to be picky, I'd be fine with Silurians. Either of those, I'd be happy. I don't really think the other 2 stories need it. And again, with so much going into the restoration work, if nothing gets it, I'm fine. I just want the episodes to look good. If you have to put all the money in the restoration work, put the money in the restoration work. I'm just kind of, talking, coming up with ideas, wondering if there's anything from Season 7 you'd like to see get updated effects. So if there is, comment down below and let me know which story, if any, you would like to see in Season 7 get updated effects and why. Don't forget to click the like button and the subscribe button as well. I also have a Patreon if you'd like to support me on that. The links to my Amazon wish list are also down there. P.O. Box is down there. Want to give a shout out to some of my top tier patrons, Stephen Crane, Colin Coney, and Finn Perkins. I appreciate their support, as I do the support of all of my patrons. It is appreciated. Most importantly, thank you for watching.